Hello everyone, this is Hodora and today we got a good news for everyone who looking forward to Chaos Zero Nightmare. This is a game I'm looking forward since last year. If you don't know, the game already opened the pre-registration. You can visit the website, link in the description down below. And register for the price of this price, right? Includes the 4-star character. But that is not a new news, right? Because today, September 2nd, they opened the limited playtest application. So you can sign up to this application from today, right, 2nd until 12th of September to join the playtest that will be held from 18 until 21st of September, so 3 days of playtest. There is a huge asterisk, is that playtest region only include 5 countries: Korea, United States, Canada, Japan, and Taiwan. So if you are in these 5 countries, please try to apply and join the playtest, because this playtest, they say it's like here, with how to verify stability prior to official launch. So just push in as many people as possible to test if the server can handle that amount of people or not. Alright. So if you are in these 5 countries, feel free to apply. I will leave the link in the description too. If you are not, well, you are internet citizen, you know what to do if you really want to, but it's only 3 days of playtest. You can wait. Why? I will talk about that later. But yeah, if you can, please try to apply for the playtest. You can apply with PC and Android, or with PC and iOS, or only mobile and only PC. Alright. You don't need to do any survey. You just type in your email and they will send you a link. Also, the playtest application will be announced on 15th of September, so 3 days before the actual playtest. Good luck for everyone who try to apply for this. I hope you have fun playing this. I also apply myself. We will see if I can get the access or not. If I can, I will cover a lot of detail about this game. If I can't, then fine, I will just yoiking from other people who play this game and then do a reaction to that maybe. Anyway, that is Chaos Zero Nightmare news. If you don't know what this game is about, let's watch the official gameplay release. This is a 6-minute video of the actual gameplay of the game that released on the official Korean YouTube channel. So it will not contain the sequence of what you will see during the start of your game, unlike the gameplay that people show. If you looking at the past week, they hold a content creator event in Korea and people get to play the first chunk of the game, like the first 40 minutes or first hour, I don't know. And they record all that and upload them on YouTube on their channel. This will not be that. This is just a snippet of what's gonna happen in the game, what the game gonna look like. As you can see, all the story look like it's gonna be all voice acted. And it's gonna be voice acted in 2 languages, Japanese and Korean. You can choose whatever language you prefer, right? And we talk about all the detail of that event after we watch this one, because there is an article that covers most of the Q&A session that hold during the event. So we're gonna go through that article after this. Yeah, everything will be voice acted. Graphic look really nice. And this one be from the really early parts of the game, I think. Maybe in the tutorial even. And now we look at the gacha, right? If we pause a little bit, I want to show you something. The gacha look like it will have the guarantee system. And you can see here it says 70, maybe 70 pool to get the guarantee 5-star. And these are all the 5-star we see so far. These are all we know already from the previous review, right? And this is a gacha pooling screen. Telesa is 4-star. Okay. And also this is another mode that they talk during the developer interview. I think this one. That there is a actual hangout and full-fledged bonding gameplay. And you can see here we have different stats in this mode. A lot of things to do. To bonding, there is a cafe. This must be for the energy of your everyday energy. Like CCC if you're curious. A food that gonna buff. I don't know if it's gonna buff all of your expedition or something. But that look nice. And of course there is a actual life novel-ish gameplay, right? You have to choose a choice, progress to that bond level, and that bond level look like it's gonna keep bonus stat too. Sadly, look like the bond story will not be voiced, but that is also a good thing. That means they can release a lot of bond story for people who invest in the story to read. I like that. I like going into the story of the character that I'm interested in, right? And this look like the gameplay, the actual gameplay mode. You go into each stage. And if you don't know, this is a roguelike deck building. Alright, the main gameplay is roguelike deck building. You start with quite a low HP with a basic deck from the 3 starter of your choice. You progress to the map. You fight monster. You might get a new card. You might get a new equipment to put on your character. Get stronger and progress to more challenging contents later. And after you're done with all of this, right? Before we go on, look at the animation. It looks really nice, right? After we're done with all of the run, the final deck, the final equipment of each character can be saved separately for you to use in other game mode or other contents. Example of the boss fight. I'm not gonna translate any of the Korean. I don't understand. We will look at this together when they are released in English. Isn't this look so nice? And look at the character animation, right? Let's reroll a bit. Everyone should you have a live 2D animation here and a really good animation sprite too. And to be fair, Celesta is a 4-star, and I believe these two are like the 3 starters, so maybe they are either 4-star or 3-star. Look at the quality of not 5-star character, right? They look really good. Right, I have no problem just maining 4-star character if they are looking this good, right? And of course, each character has their own gimmick. For like Teresa, she deal a lot of cheap damage depend on the stack of the debuff on the enemy. That's what you see. And this is what happens when you have my broke animation. You lost like 30% of your HP. All of these characters carrying your deck will be unusable. You need to use all of them in order to recover from the my broke state. But after you do that, you're gonna get a discount on your ultimate. He's quite cute actually. And his ultimate look like it's apply a shield. Nice, right? So there will be a lot of strategy and a lot of planning and thinking during the gameplay. But don't worry, if you can see up here, there is a right now it's locked, but this is auto function. So if you don't want to play the game, you can auto. But from what I know, you cannot auto the harder contents, but all of the usual content you can. Alright, that is the video of the snippet of the gameplay that we expect to see in the next 2 weeks when the playtest happen. Right. And now let's look at the article. This article is in Korean. I just use the translator to translate it into English. There might be some mistranslation, but I will try. Alright. This is a CBT, not CBT, but it's a pre-launch event on the 18th of September. So yeah, this article, I gonna leave this article link in the description too if you're interested to reading this by yourself. I just gonna skim through this. So they talk about the actual playtest right on September and the main aspect of the game from the CEO himself actually. So right now, they say Chaos Zero Nightmare we have 25 unique cards and 100 common cards for each character. I don't know if that is true, but that is a lot. Well, common card mean it's shared between all characters, but each characters will have their own unique 25 card deck, I think. Or at least start with lower, but there is a lot more to unlock, maybe. Okay, these are all we know, right? The 2D visual with those sprites and everything. And talk about difficulty level, but yeah, equipment, card upgrade, actual card from the dungeon, I think. A lot of things to look forward to. Now on to the Q&A. Are there any part of the game content that connect to Epic 7? If you don't know, this developer team is a team behind Epic 7. So this is a question they ask, and the answer is both of them can coexist because Epic 7 is mostly about PvP, right? You build your team to PvP. Chaos Zero Nightmare will not have a PvP. That is what they say, right? With no PvP content and not a lot of social features, so there will be no guild war or something like that. That means they will not contest in terms of the main point of Epic 7, right? Epic 7 have real-time PvP, fact point PvP, guild war, a lot of things. But for Chaos Zero Nightmare, it's gonna be more about PvE, fighting the enemy together, maybe. Prepare specific to secure fandom. I think nothing, right? All this is all about do more content outside of the video game, right? They released the webcomic already, right? If you see for each main character about that trauma, they do that. They collab with the Hololive singer to cover one of the main OTS. So they want to make Chaos Zero Nightmare into the IP that not just a video game, but we will see if there's success in that or not. Epic 7 seems to be more important strategy confrontation, while Nightmare seems to be more important in story. So they say that they ask if they say that in Chaos Zero Nightmare, the developer focus more on the story, how much manpower they put into this. So they say that right now there is 10 writers who write the story of the game. I believe it includes all of the character born story and the main story and some side story, everything. 10 writers, right? They want to create a good scenario, must be complete 1 year before release. So yeah, they spend a lot of effort into this. And if you don't know, this game was announced at first, I think it's September 2024. So it's been more than a year already since that announcement. So I believe most of the story, at least for the first part, they already finished and ready to be released. What left is the game itself. So we will see about that. Next is because this one have a collectible or gacha, right? Gacha combined with roguelike deck building. There will be difficulty in PM. Are you controller beside character? Balancing, I think. So they ask if there are other item beside the character, right? This talk about the weapon or something. So this is a part they discuss a lot during development. Balancing character, create your own deck, combine various character to overcome difficulty. That is the main point of roguelike deck building. But if acquiring character become a barrier to entry for user, it will be difficult to provide long-term service. Therefore, they have set the direction so that you can enjoy all the content by using just character without rolling. I believe there is a news that there is an actual weapon banner, but you don't need weapon to unlock the story, I guess. So what left is the mean to acquire the character. It can be seen as allow you to choose various characters rather than pay to win. So even if you pay hard in early stage, you can provide a lot of good and set up structure so that you can acquire character you want. Okay, this is a lot of mistranslation. I believe they say that they want to give the player that play from the early stage then collect a lot of reward, right? To be able to acquire whatever character they want. So you can expect a lot of free reward from the game, at least enough to roll the character regularly. Regardless of level, we have prepared content that can be used by combine all characters in various style reward system design that higher level character can be obtained without paying. We will see about that if that is true or not, right? Can we collect enough freebie to get a guarantee? Or is it just we will see, we will see. They talk about the hardcore theme of the game. I will skip this because they talk about this already in the video. System emphasize in single player, emphasize as game over and difficulty. But in live service, there will be some restriction how you overcome. Okay, there will be a really difficult mode in this game, right? They talk about that in the video before in call Deep. It's not trauma, I think. Deep chaos. Yeah, deep chaos, I think. It will be a really difficult mode that more extreme will give your user more extreme experience. And they prepare a lot of reward if you can manage to overcome that, right? And hopefully by introduce this one, maybe it's an optional, right? It's an optional that you can do. But because it's in the game, people might have more interest in try it out, even though they cannot finish it. Maybe if they clear for a certain percentage, they're gonna get a reward. Maybe we will see about that. But yeah, that is what they want to do. This is just a team, so nothing. Yeah, many people speculate that the release will be in October, but can we have an exact release time and country? So the CEO said that the goal is to launch globally within this year. And on September 18, the company plans to conduct a final check through the playtesting and confirm the global expansion to see if the data center is good enough to handle all of the all of the player or not, maybe. And it's scheduled to run simultaneously in global regions, including China. If you don't know, this game has been allowed by Tencent to release in China. So China release will be handled by Tencent. I believe the development might be handled by Super Creative. I don't know, but yeah, not China. And right now they try to meet that deadline by accelerating the preparation right now. And as Tokyo Game Show, the goal is to inform user about the game before it release. So will not be get a release in this month in September, right? At earliest, we're gonna get in October because Tokyo Game Show happened, I think 18, not 18, sorry, 28th of September, right? 25th to 28th. Okay. So yeah, after that, so we can expect at the earliest October. It might be longer than that, but I hope we get this game on October. So if you fail to get into playtest, don't mind too much. Just wait for a month or two. We will get to the actual release eventually. It's not too long now. I'm waiting for a year and a half. I can wait a little bit more. That's fine. So when it first released, it was say beautiful girl most of Dark Dungeon is the motive. Yeah. The CEO said that Dark Dungeon also inspired this game theme, but the main gameplay is inspired a lot by Slay the Spy. So if you played Slay the Spy before, this game should be pretty easy to get into, I think. I also play Slay the Spy, so I'm really excited to play this game. Yeah, global release, tech support Korean, English, Japanese, and Chinese. Yeah, this is Chinese because this release in Taiwan too, so they need Chinese in there. The voice plan to launch in Korean and Japanese localization area. We believe we should fully cover the emotion of regions as well as fun of the game. So they just say they try to localize in different languages as possible and try to stay true to what they intend the writing to be in different language other than Korean. That is nice, right? And for voice recording, the PD or produce director, directly recruits famous voice actor and pay attention to the recording process. If you don't know, in Japanese at least, I know that a lot of famous voice actor join as a main crew, I think. So we will see how well that's gonna be. Okay, this one I'm just gonna give you the summary. They talk about using AI to balance the deck, but they didn't do that. What they do is they give the deck to the AI and let AI run it for like 10,000 of time to see if there any outlier that can break the game. If there is none, they're fine. If there is one, they need to balance that. That is what they say in here. So how long does it take to develop one character for the end content? If meta change or seasonal system, it seems there will be character that are discard each season. How you plan to manage that? Training period can be adjusted during servers, but they pursuing horizon balance like Epic 7. If their cow have been cultivated to a certain extent, so if you play the game long enough, when you get a new character, you should be able to fully develop that character in about 2 weeks. And if you don't know, this game will rotate their content per season. One season lasts 9 weeks. And when the one season gone, it's like if you play Diablo, you have season in Diablo, right? Or you play Path of Exile, those action RPG type of season. The new season come in with a new gimmick, with a new reward, new card, new item. And all of this will stay for 9 weeks and it will be removed after the next season come in. But you get to keep the deck of those seasons so you can use those items in other content forever unless they got power creep by a new season. Who knows, right? But yeah, they say that season lasts 8 weeks. This introduce a new boss, a new specific content, and try to include a lot of character into the meta. 9 weeks is a long period of time. And they hope that people can combine card ability item that obtained from that season to create something interesting and something new. At the end of the season, the resort will no longer be available. Yeah, I talked about this before. Entire season carry out long breed tailored to its own balancing, reward, and measure. And when a new season come in, yeah, it can be seen at Playground where all characters can try new builds rather than entertainment. I believe this is, they want to say, focus on specific character. That means the content for each season will not be like locked to just the new gacha character, right? The new laid up banner character. It will be spread, and any character can try to use this new card, new ability, new item to make up builds for them. So people who like have their favorite but it's on like the last season can try to use that character to build a new or stronger version with a new season item and ability. So we will see how that will turn out because that is their goal. Can they meet that goal? We don't know. Okay, this is nothing, right? Just that Epic 7 doesn't sell well in Japan. How they gonna do that? Japan is quite saturated in the gacha sphere, so it's kind of hard to break in. But I believe Chaos Zero Nightmare have a potential. Emphasize on story. How much story will be introduced at launch, and what are your plans for the additional story update? This is what I want. So it's hard to say exactly how many tens of thousands of characters. This just mean the word, right? But the main story of the game is currently ready. And after that, will be developed 2 live updates. There is a lot of them. There is one main quest episode every 3 weeks, which is about 12 episodes. So after launch, I believe they say that at launch we're gonna get like 5 to 6 chapters, right? Yeah, we're gonna get to chapter 5 on launch, and then there are 12 more after that, which gonna be update or put into the game every 3 weeks. So we're gonna get 3 chapters per season. That is what they say, or maybe 2 or 3, depend on how they count the day. And also there is each character trauma code or the bonding event, right, that allow you to enjoy the deep story of each character. And of course, they say that during those bonding events, it's not one direction story, there is multiple ending. So we will see how they write the visual novel in this game, right? Because there is a bad ending and happy ending. That would be fun to play, I think. That would be really fun to play. Yeah, I'm really excited for that too. Okay, since it's a log-like deck building, it takes some time to do a homework. I believe this is daily. How long does it take to do daily in this game? So it should take around 10 minutes to do that. In order to receive reward, you need to have good save data from the log-like. And it can do it faster, but if you don't, you can easily get daily quest reward. Communication with user will be achieved through balancing and user feedback as the season progress. So if it takes too long, we can give them feedback and they will try to look what wrong. Maybe you just 2 weeks and you will get stronger and get a good daily time eventually. But yeah, this is like the grinding daily, right? You put in the save data, click start and go into, this is a leveled up. This is a dupe system, right? If you have more dupe, you're gonna unlock, I think maximum is 6. And also there is a talent tree, which can be upgraded by in-game currency and material to upgrade each character. Interesting. And this is this is daily quest. Actually, I interest. Let's see. I interest. Let's see what is the daily quest do. Okay, use 120 stamina, log in. This one. Do a 10 Q10 something. I don't know. Successfully defeat monster 3 times. I think this is like a daily dungeon 3 times. And of course, he's gonna give you score, and you only need 100. So you don't need to even use all of your ether energy to unlock all of the reward, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 60 gem per day. And this is whatever. Maybe this is other in-game currency. We don't know. Yeah, this is daily. Regarding the playtest, how many days do you plan to hold for which region, and how much do you expect initial result from the release? Playtest will be conducted in, I said before, Korea, North America, Japan, Taiwan, and Canada. They forgot to say Canada in here. So they have no quantitative goal about from this one. They look into long-term service, so they will try to just test the server for now. Release globally at the same time, but opinion on balance meta will differ in each region. So I'm curious about how you will coordinate that. Also, to each season update there, what will be the update cycle major turning point like Epic 7 episode? Okay, this is interesting topic. They decide to test it by region because each user has different playstyle, tendency, and movements. So we want to check that. They want to check balancing modification by looking at the part that receive a lot of feedback or the part that user didn't choose in common. In the playtest, which will be done first, we will check a lot of initial movement, pay tempo, common area where departure often occur. Departure, I think it means game over, right? You dead. So during the playtest, they will also look at each region performance, I guess. So if you in North America, in Canada, try to perform your best. You're gonna be compared between the other region. So adopt a lot of version specific updates, but we focus more on seasonal update. It will be continue with the 9-week season. In addition to that season, we continue at 3 weeks in between new challenge content. Season large scale update for single update. So yeah, every 9 weeks we're gonna get a big update, but during that period, every 3 weeks we should get some challenge content during that season, like a boss or something. They didn't say tell us about balancing, but that is interesting question, right? Because different region play differently. Will they use the feedback from only one region or all region together? That's gonna be quite a headache. Next, you say story oriented game. How much time take to pay without paying? You say there is multiple ending character narrative you try during the play effect. Total play time aim for 10 of thousands of hours. You say you enjoy lightly, you can play like 10 minutes a day. If you enjoy serious, you can play it infinitely. Infinitely, this gonna consume my life, maybe, so that you can have a choice. Encounter important choice in the story, experience new branches, depend on your choice after clearing this. I wonder, okay, each character story have 4 endings. Each content can be more or less, but basic thing is to create that volume. Okay, there might be some with less ending or more ending, depend on their background. Interesting. And that means if you're really interested, you can just play the live novel mode all day, maybe. We will see, we will see. What kind of content can be interact other than combat? Communication while fighting, user receive. It's okay to be so harsh. Nightmare. Okay, they talk about my breaking. Nothing. We create attraction of Chaos Zero Nightmare is business team C. I think is new genre, new style, not just Algo estimate framework. Why making this game? No, how? Until the Earth was destroyed. Really confident there will be no other game like this until the end of time. So they take too many bold challenge, and they dare to say that There are no place where he can do this again. Okay, that is all from the interview. If you're interested in read everything and try to translate with a better translator, this one is translated by Bing, I think, because I'm using the Microsoft Edge. Maybe in DeepL or Google Chrome or maybe ChatGPT might do better than this. Anyway, that is all for me today. Don't forget to pre-register to the game. And if you are registrable or you're interested, try to apply for the playtest. If you're not interested and you are registrable, try to apply for the playtest and give me the access. I'm kidding. Anyway, that is all for me today. Have fun with your gacha. Good luck with your gacha. Have fun playing video game. Anyway, see you next time. For now, bye bye.